Right, as promised, sometime earlier this week, the Information Commissioner's Office, as you see, I've printed their email out very nicely. There's one of my cards. Because this will be going somewhere, trust me. Right, so I sent them 9 complaints about freedom of information requests which hadn't been answered. Because that's what they do. In fact, I'll tell you what they do. The role of the Information Commissioner's Office is a UK independent supervisory authority reporting directly to UK Parliament. Well done, reporter Jonathan Ginoglu, whatever you do. I'll just say it's not his job. The Commissioner enforces and oversees the Data Protection Act 1998, the Freedom of Information Act 2000, and related legislation. Allegedly. So as I said before, in the video I did before, I sent 9 and they bumped about 6 out straight away. Now most of these ones I had complained about before. However, they told me that, at the time, so a year or 2 years ago. But I do believe they told me at the time I was just being vexatious. So I sent them again. So, the first one was about town centre parking charges, because HDC, when you go into town, their machines do not give change. So it's 80p for an hour, £1.20 for 2 hours, and so on and so forth. But if you've only got a 50 and 2 20s on you, you're going to pay 90p for an hour, which is fraud, basically. So this is really what I'm saying about you've got to do their job for them. You've got to do all the investigation, you've got to find all the answers, and then you can present the case to them. I was dissatisfied with the response provided, but I did not set out to the Council why their response did not comply with the Freedom of Information Act. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise I knew the FOI Act back to front. HDC confirmed that an internal review would be undertaken, but needed me to set out why I felt their response had not complied. So you can make an FOI request as long as you know the law. That's basically what he's saying here. As long as you do their job for them. From the information you provided, that non-compliance has not been described, and you ask for further explanation of how people are supposed to obtain change, which is not a request for information likely to be held in recorded form by the public authority. Oh no, that's because they're not interested in people obtaining change. If they're going to rip you off, they just want you to get on with it. The last correspondence on this request was the 15th of April 15, and so was out of time when you referred the matter to the ICO. Oh dear. Trading licences. From the information you provided, you have not set out why you think the response does not comply with the Freedom of Information Act. And have not asked the public authority to review their decision. Well, I think I have been doing that for about 6 years, mate. By the way, this is... I think it's Jim Dunn, but I don't want to give the wrong name. Yes, Jim Dunn of the Information Commissioner's Office, and his number is 01625 545673. So give him a bell. I shall have to go back to that trading licences one, actually. I can't quite believe. Oh, well, that's handy. As set out above, the Information Commissioner cannot accept a complaint until the internal review process has been exhausted, and so I am unable to take the matter forward at this time. So all they have to do is not answer, and there's absolutely so all you can do about it. Good. Court summons. Huntingdonshire District Council provided further responses to the points you raised with the last correspondence on the matter of... You were out of time when you referred... to the Information Commissioners. So you can break the law all you want, as long as people don't complain at time, which is what I've previously said. If you commit a criminal act, make sure no one finds out for 3 months and then no one can do anything about it. That's straight from the ICO. I'll have to go back and check that one actually. Then trading licenses. Where did that go? Sorry about this. Yeah, so I need to check trading licenses. And yes, they weren't bothered about court summons, as long as I didn't complain within 3 months. The lay-by, resurfacing of a lay-by. You requested a review of the public authority decision. Cambridge County Council provided the outcome of the review. You were out of time when you referred it to the Information Commissioner's Office. Illegal harassment orders, which, as some of you will know, the police were trying to arrest me for harassing this poor council officer Ian Sim, who's in full knowledge of the theft of 30 years' worth of public funds. You requested a review of the public authority's decision. Cambridge Constabulary provided the outcome of the review. You were out of time when you referred the matter to the ICO. Request number 6 was accepted. This complaint has been accepted as eligible for further consideration. And that was illegal warrants and summons. So they're not bothered about court summons, but now suddenly they are bothered about illegal warrants and summons. Do you think they know they've done that? Judgmental Seagull is judging you, Jim Dunn. Approval of crimes committed by, and it stops. I can only assume it's by council officers. You were out of time when you referred them to information. I'm just waiting for the 3 that have been accepted to come back, as you know, no crime's been committed. And then I'll send the rest of them, because there's about 9 more heading your way, Jim. Threat of arrest. I do believe this. Yes, this was the police crime commissioner who threatened to use his special powers of arrest, and it turned out he didn't have any. From the information you have provided, you have not set out why you think the response does not comply with the Freedom of Information Act. And I've not asked the public authority to review their decision. I'm pretty sure I did. We'll mark that one down as well. And again, of course, since I apparently haven't asked them to review the decision, and since they haven't answered that, then obviously it doesn't matter who's breaking the law. Because if they don't answer, there's nothing you can do, remember that. I request accountancy and auditing. This was PricewaterhouseCoopers. It might not have been, you know. I'll have to check that one. It's come back with a Cambridgeshire PCC. And I was out of time and I referred the matter to. So there's 100 ways I can get out of this, you know. But really, I'll just let you make of that what you know, and you've got the guy's name and phone number at the ICO. So, as I say, I should be going through the rest of the information, FOI requests, and then send them in. I just chose 9 to start with. I think there's about another 9. So that's quite educational, I think, and this is the general attitude of these people. They're not the slightest bit concerned what laws, if any, have been broken. I mean, I noticed that none of that was obviously, oh, I've referred this to the police or whatever because we consider this to be a criminal act. All they're interested in is staying within their remit, which, as you can see, is not very wide. So there you go, Jim Dunn. You've joined the list of named and shamed. Thanks for watching, guys.